Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. This is specifically for the subscriber that keeps asking me for some Tau versus Necron videos, so here you go. I'll get you a couple of matches. I'm going to be playing as the Tau. We're going to be going against the Necrons. We're going to be playing on Sanctum Sacrosanct map, 2,000 points, 80-point target, 8-turn limit. So I'll just show kind of how I like to use my Tau versus Necron build here on an actual match if you're struggling, and don't feel bad about struggling because it is a hard matchup. But I have 2 commanders, 2 cadres, 2 stealth suits with the fusion blasters, 1 tactical drone, 3 breachers. I then go with 2 fire teams, and then I get the pathfinders with the ion rifles to help me snipe. So it's kind of a collage of different units here. I like the strike teams because they have the marker lights, the breachers because they do tons of damage if you get them into melee combat, the cadres because you can give yourself a 100% chance to hit. I like the stealth suits because you can stealth them, hence the name, and that can give you vision for your other units to be attacking at ranges you wouldn't normally be able to see, because the big thing is when you're doing this matchup, you need to be able to snipe the enemy heroes before he just completely inundates you with scarabs, because your infantry have pretty low armor, so they're at risk with the scarabs, and then the scarabs will lock them down into melee and they will suffer significant penalties to their accuracy. Now sometimes you can overwhelm it using the marker lights, but overall it's just very inefficient, because even when your guys are not being locked down, it usually will take 2 volleys to completely wipe out a scarab swarm. And so if you're already losing a bunch of accuracy, then it's going to be even lower chances of dropping that down. And then the other thing is, you know, your Necrons are a range-based faction, right? So if you have those breachers and the Necrons are all grouped together, then you can throw down that photon grenade, and that can blind significant amounts of units, lowering their accuracy and evasion, and that lasts for 2 turns. And even better is if he has a bunch of guys on Overwatch and you can sneak your breachers over there without triggering the Overwatch. The photon grenade also cancels out Overwatches. And so a lot of people on the first engagements with the Necrons will have a lot of Overwatch, so if you can hide underneath a ledge and pop a grenade up there, you can really mess them up.
Pathfinder team on the move.
So he's advanced up here. He's doing a very heavy Scarab build. That's pretty common. But as you can see, the Pathfinders tend to overkill. Now their accuracy is lower than it should be because of how far we are from the commander there. But these guys together should be enough to get the kill. So now we took him out. We can jump over to here and take that, and I'm going to. So he's doing a Warden build. He actually has a bunch of Gauss Reapers with his Necron warriors. So he's doing like a super elite killing force. But if I can just kill those warriors from range, he should have trouble getting mobility onto me unless he's got a Necron Lord back there that's going to boost up his accuracy, because those warriors only have 3 range normally.
Confirmed.
And now what I can do is I can jump him down into here, and then because I've already captured the point with my captain, is now, because normally if you're stealth and you capture a point, it counts as an attack and it'll take away your stealth, but as we've already captured it, you can now bring him down here and just body block that, and he should actually have quite some difficulty reaching my units, or reaching that point, just because of his limited mobility.
Pushing forward.
So we'll slowly start advancing with our breacher squad here. Yeah, we probably want to start making it so we can get around there. I mean, it's always a question, do you want to focus on defense? But these guys have such low accuracy with their little sparkle shotguns that we got to get them closer.
We serve the greater good.
And I'm going to pull the cadre back just because I don't want those Locust Heavy Destroyers to snipe him down and kill him, because he needs to do a lot of work for me. Alright, now we got this situation over here.
Standing by.
He's got more scarabs here. So we'll shoot into these guys.
Cut them down. Moving out. For the greater
Now
good.
the drones are actually surprisingly good. What the heck? Oh, these are breachers. I thought those were, dang it. Yeah, that was a mistake. I thought those were Pathfinders. Alright, well, we're not going to be able to capture that, so let's move you back into cover. Move you into cover. But this is working, so we took out 2 of the scarabs. Now we gotta take the center yet.
I serve the greater good. Consider it done.
I don't know if I want to waste a marker light again, do I? But if I kill this, I think I can jump in there and capture the point with our stealth suits.
Nothing shall stand against us.
Well, let's try it.
They deny the way of the tower. Kill them all.
Okay, pretty decent.
Moving to
Move
position.
you back. So now you're in cover, and you should be able to increase accuracy for our other guys. Okay, so that's taken care of. Move you into cover.
Stealth team, reporting in.
Yep, and you're in range, that's what I thought. So let's jump you down. And then we'll capture the point. And now we can even stealth you, because you've already used your action point. And so now he can either attack me and force concealment with his annihilation barge, but if he does that,
Pathfinder team on the move.
then we will have an easy kill of that annihilation barge.
What do you need? Pushing forward.
Let's advance with the breachers here. Yeah, because the rest of these guys have such low movement, he should have trouble getting up to where he needs to be. Unless he has other units that I just can't see over here, which obviously is the case, but right now it looks like he's doing a very high damage, low movement build. And you know, I've done this build, a similar build like this before, and you think, oh my god, this is going to totally kill my opponent, and it would if they ever got into combat. But the problem with his build is it has such low mobility without having it buffed by the Necron Overlord, is I think he's going to have all this killing potential, and he's going to have trouble reaching me, and I'm just going to be sitting back and sniping him from afar, because the player in my position has great advantages if they have long range on this map, because 1, this map is surprisingly big, and 2,
Execute the Montka.
because I have so much range, that can really help me do a lot of damage from afar.
How can I assist?
Now, if he brings units like his Death Marks or the Gauss Blasters with the Immortals, then he'll have pretty good range too, and then it can actually become a very dangerous matchup for me. So we'll have to see what he's got here and what he wants to do. Alright, so he's got units moving over here.
The enemy
Sounds like quite a few guys over there. Alright, so he must either... That's probably a Warden over there. Oh, he is gonna just face tank it. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, yeah, if you want to sacrifice your Annihilation Barge, I'm all for it. Yep, he's giving himself some increased momentum. Hiding the Warden. Moving up his Death Blob. Yeah, good. That's always really annoying when an opponent does this to me, is hiding in the cover there gives you significant defense. Well, of course I say that and I just take 70 damage. Yeah, so you can see he actually
Nothing
does
shall
really
stand
good
against
damage
us.
once he's able to engage me. It's just getting into that area is what's so difficult.
I serve the greater good.
So now the question is the other thing is with these warriors is my commander is going to be highly efficient at killing them
Ready
with this
for orders.
flamer.
On your word.
I imagine he probably has a range 3 for his Overwatch. Oh, that warden is not his commander. That is a bummer. Well, now the question is, do I want to kill these Locust Heavy Destroyers or do I want to take out the warden? Oh, man. Alright, let's move you up to here.
Pushing forward.
Let's move you here. I doubt you're going to activate that Overwatch. Just kind of hoping he was since you've already taken damage. That's pretty decent damage. Alright, let's move you up. And now you should be able to kill both these warriors, assuming you don't miss your attacks. Alright, good. So you'll squad wipe these two guys. So, oh, I don't know why that guy's still alive.
Nothing shall stand against us.
Well, I don't really want to waste your attack on the warrior. I could attack here. Okay, good.
Ready for orders.
I can move the here's what I'll do. I'll move the cadre up. He can snipe that last warrior.
With pride.
There you go. And then you can move up to here. Because I think you should be able to attack those Locust Heavy Destroyers. And then we have this situation where I should pretty easily be able to take out... Oh, that's a lot of Overwatch to eat. I don't know if I can eat all that. Especially with the Locust Heavy Destroyers there. If I could take out the Immortals and the...
What do you need?
Strike team, ready. Moving out.
Okay. I think I have a plan. Let's move everybody over.
Pathfinder team on the move.
Like so. You've got an 80% chance to hit. That's 7 to 10 times 50. So no, you'd have to be 100% accuracy at the higher end if you're going to get the kill there. So let's increase your shots by 20%.
Make every shot count.
Okay. And then I can get you over to here.
Pathfinder team on the move.
Yeah, it's only a 68% chance to hit. It's not very good. Now, if I pull you back, I'll save you from the explosion damage. But I'd like to have you move forward and engage those Locust Heavy Destroyers.
We serve the greater good.
Alright, let's just give you a 100% chance to hit.
Study your enemy's movements. Know where they will be even before they
And just attack here, and you should easily get the kill. Because that should be 140 on the low end to 200 at the high end, so that'll easily get the kill. Okay, he's down.
Pathfinder team on the move.
You can pull back. Alright, Breachers are going to advance, and I guess we'll have you activate the Overwatch.
Pushing forward.
Huh. That was actually surprisingly bad. I was expecting you to take a lot more damage than that. Alright, let's move you up one. Man, we still got the Immortals over there.
We serve the greater good.
Got an 80%, 50. So yeah, you got decent chances to hit. Now if I move you over here, which I'm going to have to do though. Ugh. Now they're going to have lower accuracy and damage, but I need to get you to start weakening these guys down. And the bonus 20% attacks does contribute to your flamer damage, so if you're wondering why I was doing so much damage with my flamer where you may not do that much, that's likely why. Alright, so that's 55.
To the front line.
Let's pull you back. We've got the fire warriors over here. So let's move you up to here. You can come over to here. It's only a 28% chance to hit. Let's do marker lights. 45 now. Nice. Alright, good. Mortals are down.
How can I assist?
I still have you. You've got a 40% chance to hit. Let's just bring you there. Don't see anybody on that side. Let's have you shoot at 65%. I could have you overcharge and get some splash. Oh, we got 2 resurrections. Alright, so that wasn't great. So I guess let's have you shoot into here. Maybe you can kill a couple of models.
On our way.
Run you down to here. Start shooting into the Locust Heavy Destroyer. Okay, good. 1 down. Oh, he's back up.
Strike team, ready.
I think we just go for the
Cut them down.
potential kills here. Because we know he can't resurrect anybody. Good, now he's down to 1 model.
On
So
your
that'll
word.
significantly drop that damage potential.
They will
Let's
not
just
get through
put
this
you
way.
on Overwatch, I guess.
Awaiting instructions.
Alright, I still have these Pathfinders.
Pathfinder team.
If I move you up to here, we've got a 32, but if I give you that, you should be able to kill these guys. There you go. Oh, 1 got back up. Alright, well,
I serve the greater good.
let's move you up. Or do I want to Overwatch? Let's Overwatch them, I guess. Let's put you into cover to keep you safe. Alright, so we've got Locust Heavy Destroyers almost dead. Unfortunately, I probably overextended my 2 commanders, so he'll probably focus those guys down. If I were him, that's what I would do, since those flamers are going to be doing significant damage to
Nothing
him.
shall stand against us.
Alright, and we haven't found out who his commander is yet. We do have this situation over here yet, too. Can I move you up here? Oh, okay, so he's got multiple warriors over here. I've got the Fire Warrior Strike Team. Maybe we just do something like that. And if he just has some warriors with his close range attacks, maybe I just use the drones to shoot at him from afar.
They will not get through this way.
Yeah, it's only a 49% chance to hit, so let's move you up. Maybe another one. Oh, no. Alright, I just killed those guys. Damn it. Alright, so he's got a whole nother infantry corps over here. So I am not going to be able to get the kill over
As
here.
you wish.
In fact, I'm probably going to lose that whole right side, which means I need to focus on the left side and get that locked down. Ah. Yeah. You're going to be shooting them?
I will not break.
Yeah.
The fires burned brightly.
Alright, there goes the commander. You're gonna shoot into my other one, aren't you? Yep.
I will not break.
Alright, these guys should definitely be able to get the kill. Yep, they're down. So 2 commanders are down. Oh, that must be his warden over there. I'm like, who is shooting me like that? Alright, so he's got his infantry squad over here.
The enemy approaches.
So we're just gonna have to run away before he gets over to me and starts dropping scarabs on my face. Speak of the devil. Alright, so he's pretty much with those. He should probably have just successfully... Oh, he's going to use double scarabs on the right here. Okay, this is actually a mistake. This might actually allow me to win, because I will happily sacrifice these guys over here to stop him from capturing additional points, because there's all these obstacles over everywhere else.
Honor their sacrifice.
Ready for orders.
Alright.
How can I assist?
Alright, let's move you over to here.
Make every shot count.
Increase everybody's shots.
Ready for orders.
Let's move you up to here.
Pushing forward.
And you can shoot into these immortals. And then the cadre can shoot here.
Awaiting instructions.
How do I want to do this? Alright, let's move you up to here. And shoot into the warriors. Okay.
We serve the greater good.
I still have pathfinders available.
Standing by.
So let's move you down.
Priority target marked.
Oh! I'm goofed up. I thought that was the warden.
Pathfinder team on the move. Cut them down.
Alright, well, they're down.
Awaiting instructions.
I guess let's have these pathfinders shoot into these immortals.
Cut them down.
That should help you get the kill. Anybody gonna come up? One of them's gonna come up.
Ready for orders.
Cadre should definitely be able to take him out. Alright, good.
Reporting in.
Now, I can run you over to here.
How can I assist?
I still have you. I don't think I'm going to be able to get you into an area to attack the warden. Yeah, so you're under full cover. So you can just kill those warriors.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so if I run you down here, we can kill that Locust Heavy Destroyer, assuming he doesn't get the 40% resurrect chance. You can shoot into the warden there, which you have a very poor chance to hit.
Awaiting instructions.
Moving out.
Let's move you up to here.
Cut them
You
down.
got a 61% chance to hit.
Ready for
Alright,
orders.
not terrible. You've got a 19% chance to hit here. Might as well shoot, because there's nothing else really going on. And then I can move you up to here. And then we can use the missile strike and attack here and here. And if that'll tell me if I get a resurrection or not. And he doesn't.
On your word.
So then I'll move you over to here, and now you can snipe down the warden.
Thin them out.
Nice. Alright, so now we have just this Locust Heavy Destroyer over here. Nice. Doesn't look like he's resurrecting. But the big thing is I just got to be careful, because now I don't have good uses or good units to kill scarabs.
Order
Assuming
confirmed.
he's going to be deploying scarab swarms on me continuously. because I didn't body block my area, so he should be able to Scarab Swarm into the middle and then possibly even Scarab Swarm over on the side too.
What do you need?
Alright, well, let's shoot into here and at least try to take him out.
Standing by.
That's 45%, but let's try to take these guys because I need them to die. That way he can't use those increased movement to capture all my points. I could run, but then you're going to get double attacked, which will probably suppress you given how much damage you've already taken. Alright, what's he going to do? Bringing over the infantry, yep. Yeah, killing my breachers. Oh, I guess he decided he wanted to go after the fire. Oh, he's making a mistake there. What you want to do if you're attacking with those scarabs is you want to move him around to get rear attacks, because had he attacked to my rear twice, he would have killed those guys, then he could have fully surrounded those breachers. Yep, here he comes, summoning in his scarabs. And then with the nerfs in the game now, if you don't use them to attack on that charge, they don't have an action point, which I think is really stupid. Because you should still be able to do a regular attack if you want, if you're not going to skip that charge, but they felt the double attacks was too powerful with the 2 units. I mean, it was pretty obnoxious, I'm not going to lie.
Stealth team, reporting in.
Alright, well, how do I want to do this?
Confirmed.
I can jump you over to here and run after the Locust Heavy Destroyers. I can also run you up here to body block. Okay, there's the Warden.
As you wish.
Let's throw the blind grenade. Let's move you up. Alright, that is his commander, so I need to kill this guy. 100%.
We serve the greater good.
How can I do this? Alright, you're going to be out of range. But I do need to kill some of these scarabs so they don't have a zone of control. So let's pull you back. And you can shoot into here.
Ready for orders.
I don't know if the photon grenade would also get applied to my own troops if they're in the splash zone or not. Alright, you have a 72% chance to hit. You should be able to kill at least 2 of them every attack. Yep. Kill these ones. Okay, good.
Standing by.
Now, let's move you up to here.
Moving out.
And that should help you capture this point back. We got you there. Now,
Awaiting instructions.
he's using his scarabs to face that direction, which means these guys can get away. So let's pull you back. And then we'll use the splash to try to help get the kill. Oh, even with the splash, you didn't have enough.
Pathfinder team on the move.
Alright, we'll pull you back.
Confirmed.
I need to get you up here to try and kill that
We serve the
warden.
greater good.
So let's get you 20% attacks. Let's get you up to here,
Pathfinder team on the move.
and let's have you overcharge into him.
Overcharging the reactor.
Damn. Oh, 5 hit. Okay, let's have you follow up here. Okay, he's down.
Awaiting
But that was
instructions.
the worst overcharge potential we could get, because usually it'll... I think I've never seen it ever hit all 5 guys before, but I have seen it hit all 4, like what happens there. So that is just devastating when that happens. Alright, well, here's what we'll do. We'll run you over to here. We'll shoot this guy. He's down. He resurrected. So let's move you over to here so you can be closer, because I am going to need you to have to back cap. Alright, let's move you.
Confirmed.
I guess you've already... You're body blocking there. You're dead. With you being over this way now, without having any scarabs, I should be able to just advance with you. And you can attack out to 4 spots, so if I bring you over to here,
On our way.
you should be able to shoot, because as long as you land 1 shot, he'll be dead. So now he's gone.
On your word.
And now we'll be closer to be able to heal these guys to stealth suit over to hopefully back cap some points if I need to. He's out of range.
They will not get
We'll
through this way.
put you on Overwatch here. And I think out of an abundance of caution, we should just have the cadre pull back to here, because I'm going to need him to buff to be able to engage
We
those
serve the greater
immortals.
good.
Because he's going to easily be able to kill me with his...
Strike team, ready.
warriors. Now you're still over here.
Priority target marked.
Let's put that on, and then you should be able to kill these guys. There you go. And now you, because he didn't get attacked by you, you're not considered engaged even though they're right next to you, so you have full chance to attack, and now you wipe those guys out. And we'll just have you try to shoot here, I guess. Oh, he's got 1 still alive. Alright, and we'll pull you back. Just in case he tries to run that scarab up into this corner and capture that point, because I'll need to have you run and capture it back. Alright, that breacher will be blocking the stairway here, so that'll stop the immortals from being able to get over there. Alright, so he's moving the Goss boys over. Squad wipe them. Alright, good. Because he went for the full squad wipe, which is what he should have done. He didn't have enough to get the kill off of there and body block it, so he couldn't capture it back from me. So then on my turn, I would have been able to get the points back to be able to win the match, so he ended up conceding. So we ended up killing 6 Scarab Swarms, 4 Warriors, 3 Immortals, 2 Wardens. It should be 2 Locust Heavy Destroyers and an Annihilation Barge. So overall, pretty good wipeouts on my part here. And then our 2 cadres were hitting at around 70 to 80%. The stealth battlesuits did exceptionally well with 100% accuracy. The other one had 2/3, which is usually where they fall towards. First breacher was 93%. The other breacher was 52% because it was having to shoot through engagements. And the final one that was closer and getting good shots had 95%, so that's about where I'd expect. The Fire Warriors didn't do great, but they were also shooting kind of weird, so they did what I needed them to do. Pathfinders were shooting at 70 to 80%. Tactical drones shot at 92%, which kind of surprises me. And then our 2 commanders had 100% accuracy because they were using their flamers. Although you saw me use that ion cannon to take out those scarabs, so occasionally these percentages are bugged out, as you can see. And then the Pathfinders had 90 and 85% for accuracy. So this is what I like this build against the Necrons. He had a little bit of an atypical build with having very low mobility on a large map size, so that definitely played against him. But he used those Gauss Destroyers actually pretty well, or Reapers, I guess I think they're called, with the Warriors, because as you can see, they have great armor penetration abilities, allowing him to do significant damage to my commanders. Now, they're great units, but with the low movement, they can be very difficult to use, and they're exceptionally susceptible to flamer attacks, as you could see with my commanders running in there and just flaming guys down to get the kills. So that was a little bit unfortunate. He had a good... Most of the Necron players will bring Scarabs to help them just rush through there and capture points on the first turn. Well, not the first turn, but before the first engagement, and that's what he did too. And then you need to make sure you have enough units that have enough shots that you're going to be able to clean those Scarabs off in case you don't want to run in there with your commander and flame and get overextended if he has a bunch of Gauss Blasters behind there with his Immortals, because that's usually what I'll find people do. Now, he did a double Locust Heavy Destroyer build. It worked out. It allowed him to do real heavy damage to my commanders and help him get the kills there, because otherwise, if the commander had survived, I would have just kept running throughout the battlefield using the double flamer attacks, which will be enough to just about wipe out an immortal to get the squad wipe with another unit assisting. Or if he has 2 warriors back to back, then you'll kill both those warriors, because typically you'll squad wipe enough models out of there to have 2 resurrections happen or reanimations, and then you'll follow up the following a round of attack and you'll wipe them out, because they won't have enough HP to survive. And then because you've activated that reanimation protocol, you don't have to worry about it happening a second time. So that works out really well. And it's also a really good way to feed your commander's experience, because effectively you get to kill 2 additional units every turn. So if you're talking about 2 squads, that's 4 additional units worth of momentum that you can gain, because that's one thing the Tau have difficulty with, is getting their guys to surge right away with their passive abilities. Now, as they continually take damage, then they get a bunch of momentum as they're having units get sacrificed. Now, the Breachers can be very detrimental to the Necrons, as you saw. Not only do they have very high damage potential, if he brings a melee build or Praetorian, something like that, the Breachers can be really nice to help you shoot through them. But they also have that photon grenade, which can really mess up the Necrons when they're doing a range build, because you'll lower not only their accuracy, but then their evasion, which will increase the chances of you being able to hit his units the following turn when you're attacking. And so it makes it much easier for you to get the kills. And then again, if you're able to use the Breacher and keep them into cover, and then throw one of those photon grenades against units that are on Overwatch, it'll end up canceling the Overwatch out. So that can be very beneficial for you too. And then the big thing, like I said, is all about sniping out those HQ leaders so he doesn't completely inundate you with scarabs. Now, he got a bit bloodthirsty on me on that right side of the map, where he just kept dropping them in on top of my units. Really, he should have just, I mean, if you want to use double, that's fine, but he would have had a much stronger play instead of trying to go for the kill, and to instead drop those onto the center point, or on the trying to move the warden over a little bit more to drop them on the other side of the map where the point was open, because then he could have just moved in there and body blocked, and then with the amount of damage I was taking, it was weakening up my units. Now, because he went for the kill, that could have worked out fine for him, except that he didn't remember to move those scarabs to get rear attacks, because that's why I was having the Breachers face the wall, as that protected his rear. But then the strike squad did not have that option, and therefore no matter where I would have positioned him, he could have got rear attacks. Now, he didn't take advantage of that rear attack, because that increases the amount of melee damage they do and gives you 100% accuracy. So that would have been more than enough to kill that strike squad, and then he would have kept just 2 of those scarabs next to the Breacher, and that would allow the Breacher to be locked in, and then you'd send the other 2 scarabs, or 3 depending on how many were alive, to start moving towards the central area to help you get back those points. Because again, it was his lack of mobility that really hampered him here. Once I saw that he had those forces on the right side, then I just started to pull away from there, because I wasn't going to be able to fight through all those reanimation protocols to get the kills, because it really does become a war of attrition when you're playing against the Necrons. And they have a slight advantage, because they can summon, up to 4 units a turn on you, and they have the reanimation. So you really have to focus fire down the guys that are going to be most problematic for you, and use your increased mobility to help you. You can use those missile strikes to help strike down very important targets, or more importantly, you can deploy your crisis suits, capture a back point if he's not body blocking it, and then you can start using your missile pods to start doing substantial damage against the immortals or warriors that are in the way. Now, that strikes, or the crisis suits that get summoned in, they don't have the flamer, they just have the regular guns, so they can still do pretty decent against the scarabs. And then because they have so much armor, the scarabs are not going to be able to kill the crisis suits. So once you get that deploy and take that point, as long as he doesn't have higher tier units nearby to get the kill, you should be able to hold that point down and get the survival, get the points and survive and get the victory. Now, the Royal Wardens, I think, are very interesting units. The big thing is you could use them right away and just have them fully surrounded with your army, and then you could use that ability to give them the momentum, because you could give that up to what would that be, 8 units if you're fully surrounded around his square, and then you move all your forces forward, and then when you're moving all your forces forward, you're going to get the momentum gains just with the passive Necron ability. And that's one of the reasons they can be such a pain in the ass early on, because they'll have so much command point potential built up, because they're generating all those momentum, because 8 times 11 would be 88 momentum that they'd have per Royal Warden ability, and you're using that every 3 turns, and then you're giving everybody, what is it, 4 to 6 momentum when they move, so everybody else in your army is getting those gains. So you're talking about making upwards of potentially, if you have 2 of them, 260 just from the ability, and then maybe another 40 with your army moving, so that's talking about 200 momentum you can potentially get on the first turn. So that means by the time you're even engaging guys, you're dropping scarabs on them, or saving up for your tier 2 ability to help you do the strafing runs. I typically prefer the scarabs unless they have a very heavy flamer build, because they'll be able to counteract it. And then if they have a bunch of stealth suits, you may have trouble getting through them, but the strafing run actually does a significant amount of damage to the stealth suits, and so that can really help you snipe down those units. And then if you have, as long as you just got to remember to always have enough armor piercing to be able to drop down those commanders, because those can be a real nightmare. And then if you're trying to turn into an infantry versus infantry battle, which I think is the most effective way to do a Tau versus Necron engagement, you want to have those cadres available, so you can end up buffing the amount of shots and giving yourself 100% chance to hit. That way you can snipe down any HQ commanders that may be within range, because again, that's your main priority here. So I hope that helps. I'll try to do another Tau versus Necron matchup for you, because you said you were really struggling with this matchup, and try to get a different player on here that may use a more standard build, because I would say this other player had a very atypical build, and just that lack of momentum definitely played into my favor. So I'll try to get a more experienced player maybe to do the Necrons, and then I'll bring this build again, and you can kind of see the dynamics of a play style for some different players as well. So I hope that helps. If you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encouraging me to post more content for you. Have a great day.